Hey everyone, Andrew Logan here. Welcome to another YouTube video. And today I want to talk about one of the huge challenges that a lot of people face, and it stops a lot of people, unfortunately, from reaching their goals, and that is comparison syndrome. Now, in this industry of network marketing, we are amazing at recognition. And it's one of the most attractive things about our industry for so many people. So many people in employment situations just don't get recognized for the hard work that they do. They don't get recognized by their bosses or the company or anything like that. So when they come into this industry and they're being recognized and the people around them are recognizing them for their volume, their rank advancement, their great blitz week, all that kind of stuff, it's amazing, it's incredible. Recognition is an amazing motivator for a lot of people. But it also means a lot of other people can get stuck with the comparison syndrome. And especially when you've been plugging away for a little while, you haven't quite seen the results yet, you're having a lot of conversations, you're connecting with a lot of people, you're laying a lot of foundations of business, skill sets, mindsets, all those sorts of things, but you haven't seen the results yet. And you see someone else come in and they haven't been doing it for as long, or they haven't had as many conversations, and they come in and get better results faster, it can really eat away at people. It can grate away at them, and they can get really frustrated with that comparison syndrome. And what it does is it takes a lot of people just as they're coming into that momentum phase. Again, they're learning the skills, they're doing the work, they're plugging away. And just as they start to hit results, just as they start to hit momentum, that comparison syndrome can take them out of the game. They get frustrated and they want to quit. So I want to tell you a story, and I remember sharing this story about 5 years ago. I was at an event, it was a grand opening in a country, and I was speaking on a panel, and they were talking about comparison syndrome, because especially when you launch into a new country, there are a lot of people who they'd been pre-launching for a while, they'd been building, there are a lot of people, who'd been in other companies and had a lot of business experience who were getting started, and there are a lot of other people who'd been doing this business for 5 minutes, but they were already being overwhelmed with these huge businesses that people were able to build very quickly. The reality was they hadn't built it that quickly. They'd built it months and months in advance. It just all sort of happened when the company switched on. But that comparison syndrome was causing a lot of stress for a lot of people. So the story I was sharing, the analogy I was sharing, I was saying, imagine you're driving home from this event, and I was on the last day of the event. Imagine you're finished up, we say goodbye to everyone, and you're driving home on the highway. Now, when you're driving down the highway, someone overtakes you. Now, when that someone overtakes you, does that mean you're a terrible driver? Does that mean you won't get to your destination? Does that mean you should quit? And the answer, of course, is no. They just happen to be at that point going faster than you and overtaking you. Now, we don't know anything else about their life except that little snapshot right there, right then, that they overtook you. Now, do they have a different vehicle? Yes, of course, maybe. Do they have a different reason to be driving home? Yes, of course. Are they driving home, very quickly to a point where it's actually quite risky? Are they doing things that they maybe shouldn't? If they overtake you, maybe they were speeding, and maybe, unfortunately, they're going to come unstuck a bit later. Maybe they really needed to go to the bathroom and they overtook you a little bit, but then they pulled off straight away to a station, to a service station, and they stopped and you overtook them. But you didn't see all of those other things. You saw that little snapshot where they overtook you. And then if they did go to the bathroom, or they went to get something to eat, or they had a child who needed to get to the bathroom or who was unwell or something like that, they pulled off the side of the road, you overtook them, and you were much further down the road at the end of the day. You got home much faster than they did, much sooner than they did at the end of the way. They just overtook you for a little section, and then all these other things happen. So we have to remember that recognition is just a simple screenshot of one point in someone's life. And we don't know the whole story. We just see this little bit of glory, okay? And again, the glory is amazing. It's one of the best things about this industry. But don't let someone's glory rewrite your whole story, okay? That's the key I want you to take away, because if you're driving down the road and you happen to be going a little bit slower than other people, you happen to be having people overtake you, you happen to, take a little break, eat, enjoy the journey, but you still get to your destination in the time that you want to get there, then who cares how fast other people were driving? Who cares if they got their home faster than you did? Who cares if they got to their destination faster? The main thing is you didn't crash, you didn't have any accidents, you didn't do anything illegal, you drove, you enjoyed the journey, and you got to your destination at the time you wanted to get there. That is the key, because so many times the people who do go very fast are often the ones whose vehicles break down, or they crash, or maybe they weren't driving legally, and maybe they weren't doing things compliantly, and maybe they had enrolled their mum's cat and stuff like that to get that rank advancement. Unfortunately, we do see that a lot. Recognition is very powerful, but it can also make people do things that maybe they shouldn't, just to sneak over that line. So never, ever, ever let comparison syndrome take you away from your journey. You have your vehicle, you have your company, you have your products, you have your compensation plan, you have your destination, and you have that motivational fuel in the car. Focus on that and just focus on driving your vehicle to your destination. And if you don't worry about anything else, you will get to your destination, you will enjoy the ride, you will get there safely, and you will get to enjoy financial freedom. And that, of course, is my wish for you, that you do take this beautiful vehicle and get it towards your destination, get it to your destination of financial freedom. Hope you've got value out of this video. Hope it's just helped with that mindset that can take a lot of people out of the game. As always, if you got value out of this, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you do need help building your business, if you need help with scripting, templating, a roadmap to your destination, click the link below. You can grab my book, The Way Out. That is going to give you the exact roadmap to creating financial freedom with your vehicle. Otherwise, as always, hope you got value out of this video, and we'll catch you for another one soon. See you then.